Hello everybody, my name is Noah Miller. I'm a PGA assistant professional here at Valley Hill in Huntsville, Alabama, and I'm here to help you improve your golf game. Alright everybody, so now we're going to get into the technical details of how to grip the club. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the golf club lightly in your right hand, and we're going to start by just putting the left hand on top of the club, okay? So what happens here is we're going to place it kind of at a slight diagonal, and then we're going to wrap our left hand around the top of the grip, and I'm going to create a little bit of a V with my thumb and my left index finger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to point that V at my right shoulder. The next thing I'm going to do is take my right pinky finger and interlock it with my left index finger, just like that. And then I'm going to wrap that right hand around the grip. I'm going to take the V that I create with my right thumb and my right index finger, and I'm going to point that at my right shoulder as well. So now that we've got the technical aspect of what I would call a neutral grip, we're going to talk about grip pressure and where that should be in your hands. So a lot of people get into the problem where they actually grip the club too tight. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd actually prefer that you grip the club at maybe a 5. In between 4 and 5 is always going to help you out. It's never going to hurt you. If you start to see a lot of weak shots going to the right, I would actually, on the golf course, take a look at your grip pressure and feel, am I gripping that too tight or am I gripping that too loose? Okay? Let's talk about how the grip pressure should be applied throughout the hands. So it's actually going to be a little bit different on both hands. On the right hand, I'm going to take the 2 middle fingers, and that's where most of the pressure is going to be applied when I'm holding the club. So for the left hand, believe it or not, you're actually going to apply the most pressure with the last 3 fingers, okay? So it's going to be just like this. And then with the right hand again, last 2 fingers. So that creates our golf grip. Now I'm going to actually go over the technical details of how to create what I would call the most neutral grip possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to start by holding the club in the right hand, and now we're just going to lightly place our left hand on the top of the grip, and that's going to go in that left hand at a slight diagonal, mainly in the fingers, and it's going to create a little V with the left thumb and the left index finger when I wrap my hand around the grip. Next, I'm going to take my right pinky finger and interlock it with my left index finger, and then I'm going to wrap that hand around the golf club again, and I'm going to create a V with my right thumb and my right index finger now, and I'm going to point that V at my right shoulder. So a good benchmark when you're out on the golf course is to actually point both V's in between your chin and your right shoulder. Somewhere in there is where I would call the neutral grip. So now let's talk about grip pressure, something that's often overlooked but is practically the most important part of your grip, especially when you get under a little bit of pressure and you tend to maybe grip it too hard. Let's think of a scale between 1 and 10, right? You never want to grip it at a 10 and you never want to grip it at a 1. So around a 4 and a 5 on that 1 to 10 scale is going to serve you the best. Now let's talk about where the most pressure is applied in the hands. Something that a lot of people really don't go over. They go over the position of the hands, but we don't talk about where the pressure should lie. So when I take my right hand, the middle 2 fingers are going to apply the most pressure, and then the last 3 fingers on the left hand are going to be where the pressure lies. That's going to help create a very neutral grip for you, okay? Okay everybody, so let's talk about different types of grips. So one point I want to make is that a lot of people think that when they watch golf on TV with those really good PGA or LPGA tour players, that they're all swinging the club the same way and they're all gripping the club the same way. But interestingly enough, a lot of them are actually getting it done in a lot of different ways. So let's talk about a couple different types of grips. For one, I'm going to go over the strong grip and maybe what makes the grip a little bit weaker. Neither of those are bad things, they're just a little bit different. They're going to cause a few different things, okay? So let's go over the strong grip first. the strong grip is when I change my grip from neutral to having my left hand a little bit more on top and my right hand a little bit more underneath the club shaft or the grip here. And then a weak grip is when I would have my left hand a little bit more underneath, more in the pad of my hand as opposed to the fingers, and then having my right hand on top so much as to be able to not see my left thumb. So let's talk about a couple of things that are gonna be influenced by the strong grip or the weak grip. So if you're a person who tends to hook the ball, it might be a benefit for you to actually maybe create a weaker grip. If you're one who slices the ball, you might want to try a stronger grip, and here's why. A stronger grip with the left hand more on top and right hand more underneath is actually going to help you close the club face a little bit more when you come into the impact area. And with a weak grip, you're actually going to have a more open club face most often in general terms now, because everything can be changed, but you will have the club coming in a little bit open when you have that weak grip. So those are a couple general things to keep in mind.